Hello guys, welcome to this part of the tutorial. So in this very video we are going to be programming the functionalities for sending and receiving messages within our chat application. So in your chat.php page, just create a button, give it an ID of send_btn, then give it a class btn space btn dark, then your input type text, just give it an ID of msg_box. So the next thing you need to do is to delete this, then create a space here, then copy just the ID of the button and then go .click function, and then we are going to be creating 4 variables. So the first variable is the one that is going to be holding our message. The second variable is going to be the variable that is going to hold our ID as the sender ID. Then the third variable is going to be the variable that is holding our receiver ID. Then the final variable is going to be the variable that is going to be holding our action that we are going to send along to the server with this request. So what you need to do is your message variable is going to be set to msg_box.value. So your sender ID are going to be using PHP to get this actually. So we are going to be storing our user ID here. So echo_session user_ID. Then for the receiver ID, we are going to be also using PHP to get that question. PHP, close PHP here, and then echo_get receiver_ID. So to go and test what we've just done, let's just refresh this page and then view the page source and then come right down here. Remember, our own user ID from the start is 1. So let's just go right down here. You can see sender ID is 1, so we are the one sending, and receiver ID is 3, which is Mary Ann's user ID, and it's 3. So let's just go ahead and zoom out and continue with the tutorial. So I'm going to close this and then let's go ahead and do just some little form validation. So if otherwise, so let's check whether there's actually a message, whether the user has actually typed a message. So if message is empty, alert, type a message to send. So we are going to be telling the user to type a message to send, and we are not just going to stop there. We are going to give the message box a focus. So we are going to focus on the message box. So message box.focus, as simple as that. So let's go ahead and test that. So we are going to be refreshing, then you hit send, and you can see it's saying type a message to send. Then when you click on OK, it has focused on the message box. So we are going to just refresh and then go back to the codes, and then we are going to be using Jquery Ajax function to make the request to our server.php file. So the URL part, just type server.php. Then the next part we are going to be using type post, then the data part, just leave that blank for now. Success. Going to be creating function response. Then we're going to be checking if then else. So that is all we need to do. Then just scroll down here. So let's copy this. So if response was sent, that if the response we get from the server is that the message was sent. Otherwise, if the response we got from was failed, otherwise we just alert the response. So let's go ahead and then copy this. So if the response we got was that the message was sent, what you want to do is you want to empty the message box, so that the user does not have to resend the same message. He has to type again if he wants to send a message. If the message you got was filled, let's just say something went wrong. Then in the data part, just copy. Okay, we've not created our action. We can go ahead and create the action here. So action equals send this _message. So let's go ahead and copy this and then paste them in the data part here. And make the adjustments. So message, put a colon, paste it with a comma, and then copy the sender ID, colon with a comma, and then do same for the receiver ID. Add a colon with a comma, then add the action. And that is all we need to do for the front end part. Then for us to proceed, let's go to our server.php file. But before we do that, we have to copy this action and then write in the server.php file. You come right down here, and then if the action sent to the server, let's go post action equals send this message, then you should receive. Go back to your chat.php file and then copy all these except for the action, and then back to the server.php page and then paste this here. Then variable, just what you see me do, and then go ahead and replace the colon with space and then equality sign, and then $post message. Just do same for the sender ID, and then let's go post message. Also do the same thing for the receiver ID. Let's go post receiver ID. So that is really all we need to do. We've accepted all the variables, so we are going to be creating a query to insert the user's message into the database. So to do that, we're going to create a variable named query and then set it to insert into tbl_message. tbl message is set. So let's just go to the database and then confirm if we are actually having the actual name of the the database. So let's just wait for the database to load. Alright, while waiting for it, we can go ahead and be sender ID sender ID. Alright, I'm going to be ending this very video here. I'm just going to stop right where we've gotten to, and in the next video I'm going to be making, we are just going to complete the functionality for inserting the user's message, and by then I would have opened up the database so that as we are inserting the messages and the values, you all are going to be able to watch along and follow up with the tutorial. Thank you for watching.